I worked at the White House, three administrations off and on. I know how totally corrupt it is.
Wait, come on. They don't have our best interests at heart? Come on. Thank you for calling Zero Doubt Zone. Terry, what's on your mind?
Yeah, it's Colonel Terry, actually.
Oh, Colonel Terry. Sorry.
The Colonel Terry.
Colonel Terry, what's on your mind, boss?
What's on my mind is I hear you be correct on some of what you say and not entirely accurate or correct in other portions.
Like what?
Big, complicated problems
Oh, yeah.
have complicated solutions.
Amen, brother.
They don't have easy solutions, kind of like complex mathematics formula.
Absolutely.
The issue of population, vaccines, where we are as a species is big and complicated.
Absolutely.
When I was at the White House Science Office some years ago, and we had all the data for all the planet and all the country coming in, I sat back one afternoon and I said, the only thing that's going to save this world will be a series of what Terry calls achievable miracles. And those achievable miracles include recognizing here we are, a species that grew from 5,000, perhaps 200,000 years ago, that recent, to 7 billion worldwide. We dominate the planet. We have, in the opinion of some people,
destroyed it.
We've conquered it, overpopulated it, extracted and polluted it like expanding cancer.
The Colonel Terry, I'd have to agree. I have a question for you, though. What do you think about the ingredients of vaccines?
Obviously terrible. The mercury, they started adding that stuff. Evidence is showing.
In 1980, it was 1 in 10,000. It was that consistent for 60 years? 1 in 10,000, 1 in 10,000, 1 in 10,000, 1 in 10,000. They started doing more shots.
I worked at the White House, three administrations off and on. I know how totally corrupt it is.
Wait, come on. They don't have our best interests at heart? Come on.
The damn drug companies. They've lobbied, corrupted our government, both parties, and even at the presidential level. Companies have this arrangement where I think it's 50 cents per prescription goes into a fund.
It's 75 cents. They basically set up a vaccine court, and you're basically paying a tax on each shot you get. So the MMR, you're actually paying $2.25 per, and that goes into a little fund, which has been paid out by about $3 billion year to date from 1986 to all the people who have proved they had autism. But, you know.
And the other factor is the Thimerosal is used to make the vaccine, if you will, last longer on the shelf, as it were.
Oh, of course. And it works great when you mix it with with aluminum. Turns out it makes it even worse. Oh, what a concept.
You've seen the film, probably, Trace Amounts.
Oh, that's actually what we were talking about right before he called.
Anyone hasn't seen Trace Amounts out there in your audience, urge them to do so.
Oh, and I was, man. It really has basically solidified more and more that we're not asking enough questions. And people aren't asking enough questions and demanding answers because there's a lot of science, folks, that people aren't listening to.
The three committees in the California legislature, including Bill Monning's, that pushed through the vaccination bill, were offered an opportunity to see trace amounts. The fellow who was the total prostitute for the pharmaceutical companies in the state legislature, a Democrat, a matter of fact.
Richard Pan.
He met with every member of the legislature.
I bet he did.
And urged them not to see, insisted they not see trace amounts and accept the invitation. It was running for a week in Sacramento prior to Monty's committee finishing its work.
Wow.
I also was very disappointed that someone didn't succeed in getting trace amounts before Monty and the other hearings so it could be introduced as evidence.
I mean, do you agree with me, Terry, or should we just let the government decide what they shoot and inject into our bodies?
I fully agree. Keep up the good work.
Hey,
You're very well informed on this, and I appreciate your erudition.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Because I believe that. I believe our founding fathers. It is the duty of the citizens of this country to defend liberty, to hold the government accountable. And I'm talking about supporting the Constitution. Where's the accountability?